Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. Already we have started group 15 of the P block elements, and in the last session I have discussed up to reaction with hydrogen, that is hydrides and oxides of the group 15 element. Now we will continue the remaining part. Now the reaction with metals. Reaction with metals. Okay. So these group 15 elements, suppose if I take metals, this is a group 1 element is what? +1, and group 2 elements are what? +2, because group 1 and group 2 elements are highly electropositive in the periodic table, so that always they are showing what? +1 and +2 oxidation states here. Now if I react this one with group 15 element, I will take it as E. Okay. So group 15 elements are at the right hand side, they are electronegative, and these metals are at the left hand side, they are what? Electropositive. Already in the periodic table we know that left side element is electropositive and right side element is what? Electronegative. So these are showing positive oxidation state, means group 15 element they will show what? Negative oxidation state. What are the common oxidation states of group 15 elements here? That is -3, +3 and +5. Here you have to take negative oxidation state. This is -3 and this also what? -3. Now you cross multiply the charges like this. What will be the compound here? This you will get it as M3E type of the compound, and this will be what? M3E2 type of the compound. Now we will react these group 15 element with the metals. So I will take nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So this is a group 2 element. Again we will take calcium, and here also I will take calcium, sodium, here we will take zinc, and this is I will take magnesium. Okay. So in the NCERT they have given these reaction only. Always group 15 elements are what? Negative oxidation state, they are electronegative. All are showing -3 oxidation state with the metals. This is group 2 element is what? +2. This also group 2 +2. Group 1 is +1. Again it is zinc is what? +2 oxidation state, D block. And this is magnesium. Again it is group 2 is what? +2 oxidation state. Now what is the type of the compound formed here? Ca3N2. Ca3N2 is called as what? Calcium nitride. And this is what? Ca3P2. This is a calcium phosphide. Just you cross multiply the charges, what you will get here? Na3 As. Next this will be what? Zn3 Sb2. Okay. Then it is what? Mg3. This is Bi2. Calcium nitride, calcium phosphide, sodium arsenide, zinc antimonide, magnesium bismuthide it is. What is this? This is a calcium nitride. This is a calcium phosphide. This is a sodium arsenide. This will be zinc antimonide. This is magnesium bismuthide. This is what? Magnesium bismuthide. This is what? The reaction of group 15 elements with the metals. Always you keep in mind, metals are being electropositive, group 15 elements are being electronegative. Group 15 elements they will show -3 oxidation state with the metals, and these metals group 1 is there +1, group 2 is there +2. Suppose group 3 is there, that will form what? That will show +3 oxidation state. This is the reaction of group 15 elements with the metals. Now we will discuss the reaction of group 15 elements with the halogen. Reaction with X is nothing but what? Halogens. Okay. Suppose if I take group 15 element, that is E, and X is what? Halogen. halogens are what? Electronegative, and these group 15 elements are what? Electropositive, because these are right hand side and these are at left hand side. So always halogen show what? -1 oxidation state. Most common oxidation state of halogen is what? -1. So if it is showing negative oxidation state, then group 15 element will show what? Positive oxidation state. Group 15 element is what? -3, +3 and +5. In the positive oxidation state, two possibilities are there, +3 and +5. So what I will take here, it may be +3 or it may be +5. This is again, it is -1 only. So what type of the compound is formed here? EX3 type of the compound, halide, and this is what? EX5 type of the halide. So group 15 elements with the halogen, they will form what? Two types of the halide. This is a trihalide and this is what? Pentahalide we call it as. Just you have to cross multiply the charges. Okay. So this is a trihalide. EX3 is what? Trihalide, and this is a pentahalide. This is pentahalide. Now you will see trihalides, I will write, and this is what? Pentahalides you will write. Okay. All the group 15 elements, they will form trihalides, that is, I will call it as nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. All these group 15 elements, they will form trihalides with halogen, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, like NF3, NCl3, NBr3, Ni3, PF3, PCl3, PBr3, Pi3, like that. All these elements, they will form what? Trihalides with the halogen. Next, if you go for the trihalides of nitrogen, if I write among these trihalides, if I write trihalides of nitrogen, that is NF3 and this is NCl3, I will write NBr3 and I will write Ni3. Okay. Among the trihalides of the nitrogen, only NF3 is stable because of same size. If you go down the group, what happens? Nitrogen same size is same, chlorine size increases, again bromine size increases, again iodine size increases. Among the trihalides of the nitrogen, only NF3 is stable and the remaining trihalides are not stable here because of large difference in their size. These are unstable. These are unstable among the trihalides of nitrogen. If you go for other elements, the trihalides of all other elements are stable. Now I will write a sentence for that one. Say here, what happens here? For the trihalides of nitrogen, only NF3 is stable because of the same size of nitrogen and fluorine, almost same size is there, but remaining trihalides of the nitrogen, the stability is very less because of large difference in their atomic size. Among trihalides of nitrogen, only NF3 is stable. NCl3, NBr3 and Ni3. These are what? These are unstable due to large difference in their size, but the trihalides of remaining all the elements are stable. Okay, only in case of nitrogen only these three halides are not stable. Now in case of pentahalides, you will see. Now if I write pentahalides, that is EX5 type of the halides. In this one, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Already we know that nitrogen is not having any vacant d orbital. Due to absence of vacant d orbital, in case of group 15 element, nitrogen will not form any pentahalides. In case of nitrogen, NX5 is not possible, it will not form pentahalide due to absence of vacant d orbitals. Due to absence of vacant d orbital, nitrogen will not form pentahalide, because already we know that the maximum covalency of nitrogen is 4 only. It cannot form 5 bonds. Okay. Next, if you go for phosphorus, it will form the pentahalide of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and with the iodine it will not form pentahalide. So PF5 is possible, PCl5, PBr5 is there, but PI5 is not possible. PI5 is not stable because of large difference in the size of the phosphorus and iodine. This PI5 do not exist here. Next thing, in case of arsenic, it will form only the pentahalide of fluorine, and in case of antimony, it will form the pentahalide of fluorine as well as chlorine, and in case of bismuth, it will form pentahalide of only fluorine. You can ask a question, sir, in case of bismuth plus 5 oxidation state is not stable. Of course it is true. In case of bismuth, Bi5 is formed, but it is what? Unstable. But it is unstable here. Okay. Now you can see here, down the group what happens? The tendency to form the pentahalide decreases. In case of nitrogen, there is no pentahalide, always you keep in mind. Okay. But down the group what happens here? The tendency to form the pentahalide decreases due to inert pair effect. Down the group, only +3 oxidation state become as what? Stable here. That's why down the group what happens here? The tendency to form the pentahalide decreases. I'll write one line here. Down the group, tendency to form pentahalide decreases due to inert pair effect. What happens in the inert pair effect? Due to inert pair effect, only +3 oxidation state become stable in the heavier elements. That's why here pentahalides are not formed here. This is about what? Trihalides and pentahalides. Okay. Next, we will compare the covalent nature of trihalides and pentahalides. Now we will compare the covalent nature of the trihalides and pentahalides. Suppose if I write the pentahalide, this is the EX5 and this will be what? EX3 here. Okay. The oxidation state of the cation is +3 here, oxidation state of the cation is +5 here. Already according to the Fajans rule, we know that as the positive charge on the cation increases, its size decreases and its polarizing power increases. As the polarizing power increases, what happens? Covalent character increases. So the positive charge on the cation is maximum here and it is minimum here. So this cation is having smaller size and its polarizing power increases. That's why what happens here? Always the pentahalides are more covalent than, trihalides. What is the reason? Due to the increase in the positive charge on the cation, its size decreases, polarizing power increases, hence covalent character increases. So always pentahalides are more covalent than trihalides, because as the positive charge on cation increases, its size decreases and hence its polarizing power increases, then covalent nature increases. This is what the reason for the maximum covalent character. This is the reason for what? The maximum covalent character of pentahalides as compared to trihalides.